Hello again, Guardians. So recently Bungie live streamed new content in the Reef and also new things in the tower, and it was so good. They revealed so much more than I was expecting. I think a lot of people tuned in thinking, oh, this is going to be terrible, they're just going to do a few little things and it's going to be as bad as the Dark Below. No, you can kind of tell why they delayed it 2 months now, because there's just so much good stuff that everybody really wanted. And today I'm mostly going to talk about the stuff in the tower. I know I'm 2 days late on this, and 2 days doesn't seem very long, but in the YouTube world where everybody's trying to get these videos up as quick as they can, 2 days is a really long time. But I just couldn't get myself around to making the actual video itself. But I'm getting so many people subscribing that I really want to give this a shot and actually make these videos. So I'm just going to do this anyway. I know I'm late, but I'm going to record it anyway, whatever. So first off is the new weapon and armor upgrade paths. Any legendary weapons and armor can be upgraded to the new max, which is just incredible to me. This includes anything from the start of the game, such as Shadow Price and the Vault of Glass armor, just everything. So the only way you can reach these new levels, the new max light level and the new weapon damage of 365, is with a new material called Etheric Light. So to earn this, you have to play the endgame activities. This includes the Nightfall, Prison of Elders and Trials of Osiris. Because you can receive it from the Nightfall, this means the level cap is actually not locked behind the paywall. So anybody can reach level 34, but it's not going to be as fun if you don't own the House of Wolves DLC. The best thing about this is every Guardian is going to look unique. No more will we suffer from clone syndrome. The whole world will be full of fragile Guardians showing off their allegiance for each faction. And another thing is, for reaching max level, the main thing you need is Etheric Light. So because of this, Etheric Light isn't actually attached to a single character, so you can actually trade that to each character. And if you play 3 different ones, say a Warlock, a Titan and a Hunter, you choose which one you like the most. Say I like the Titan the most. I could do all of my activities on every single character and then just trade all the Etheric Light I earn onto the Titan and max out the Titan first. So it kind of makes, when people have 3 Hunters or 3 Titans, that's now redundant. You don't actually need 3 of the same character. So if you haven't already, I highly recommend you delete them and try out the other classes, because they're all unique in their own way. And I only recently tried out the Titan properly, and it is so much fun going around with the bubble and shotgun, I tell you. Just so much fun. Seriously, just try out some different classes, because you're not actually gaining anything from having 3 of the same anymore. You can just play any and just trade the Etheric Light between all of them and decide which one you want to max out first. And I think that's done really well. I don't know if that was intentional, having it sort of not locked to a character, but I for one am so glad that I deleted my other Hunter and made a Titan now, because having 3 different ones is just awesome. It also means that when they release new subclasses, which they're not going to be doing with this DLC it seems, Deej was kind of like, yeah, no subclasses at this time, just kind of avoiding the question. So that'll probably come with the coming DLC. It means that you will have access to all 3 of the new subclasses because you'll have each of the different characters. You should really try and do that. So next up is weapon reforges. The gunsmith will now have the option to reforge weapons, and that is just so good. The amount of times I've received the Red Hand 9 now, the new Monarchy hand cannon, hoping it would have the perfect perks, say headshots make you reload faster and something to do with increasing magazine or explosive rounds or whatever. I would just get terrible perks on it constantly. I think I've had 4 of them in total, and none of them had the Outlaw perk, which was just a massive disappointment. Now, if I receive it again, I can just take it to the gunsmith, 1 mote of light, 16 weapon parts, and 250 glimmer, and boom, reforge it, any amount of times you want. As long as you have the materials, you can do it. So the best thing about this is no longer you're going to be going into the Nightfall, receive a legendary and just go, oh, the perks on this are terrible. You just take it over to him, create the weapon of your dreams. It really doesn't matter. It's amazing. So this allows for, well, there are actually new perks that have been added in. So the variety of different weapon types to create the perfect weapon may have been increased tenfold. I don't know how many new perks there are, but the shotgun that was bought from the Crucible vendor had 2 new perks on it. Can't remember what one of them is, but the second perk was when you melee a Guardian and you kill them with your melee, if you're holding the shotgun, it has a chance to actually fully reload that shotgun, which could potentially be so overpowered when people are running around in the Crucible shotgun punching. So they shotgun somebody, punch them, and then they just have a full magazine again. That's just insane. So they've clearly thought that perk through. They know the playstyle of Guardians and they've made that perk. So I'd be really interested to see what other weapons have that kind of work around that weapon as well. I did see a scout rifle and a hand cannon had the perk of the Word of Crota, the one where a few precision shots will actually reload a bullet. So that's going to be quite good. I thought that would be exclusive to that weapon. Hopefully this means that Firefly can actually be earned on every hand cannon now. I really hope so, at least, because right now it's only Fatebringer that can get that, and it kind of ruins other hand cannons. I would very much so like to go back to using my Red Hand 9 because that thing is a beast, but Fatebringer always beats it. You can't sort of beat Fatebringer right now unless you use an exotic. And there might even be new Fallen weapons. Who knows, we could get like a shock pistol or a wire rifle. That would be really, really cool. Because in the reveal of loads of images, there were sort of wire rifles and shock pistol looking weapons. So those would be really cool. The final thing in the tower is the speaker. The speaker has a material exchange now. He can exchange everything except for strange coins. There's still no way to earn strange coins except for decrypting engrams and earning them at the end of strikes and such. So basically he has shards and energy exchange, so shards become energies and energies become shards, and then with the shards you can buy glimmer, 250 glimmer per shard, or 1 mote of light per shard. The same can be said for radiant shards and radiant energy, and basically shards are now the main currency for the speaker's material exchange. So if you had 300 energy, you could turn them into 300 shards, and then with those 300 shards you could buy 300 motes of light, and I think that is awesome. Like, the amount of engrams, exotic engrams you could buy with those motes of light. It also means you don't have to save your motes of light solely for buying the engram from Xur anymore. You can probably actually splurge a little bit and buy some of the nice capes and bonds that the speaker has on offer. Hopefully he'll have some new ones as well, because the designs he had were always really, really cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it. New weapon and armor upgrades paths, weapon reforges, and also the speaker having a material exchange. I hope I covered everything, and I'm sorry if it wasn't as good as other YouTubers, because I am kind of starting this out. I'm trying to keep it as good as I can. I'm not sure what my next video is going to be, to be honest, because it's an extremely dry content gap. I've been playing Borderlands because Borderlands is like Destiny, except it's more refined, and honestly right now it is more fun. I will go back to Destiny. I'm so excited for House of Wolves, but I don't know, how can I make videos of Destiny when I'm not really playing Destiny right now? Of course, I'm going to be playing the shit out of it when I do 500 Dragon Strikes, but we're not quite there yet. But yeah, I covered everything. Sorry for not being quite so professional at the end there. Thank you very much for watching. Destinova and out, Guardians.